Alright, TEC family, Chef Greg here with you. Today we're doing chicken lollipops. So we went to the store and chicken legs were a really good deal. Ended up picking up a pack of 20 for about $7. It was way cheaper than the chicken wings. I went ahead and prepped a couple. I'm going to show you how to real quick fab these up. We'll cook these at 275 in a blend. And in the shaker, I know it says brisket rub, but I mixed together about a third of the brisket rub, a third of the Razaruskis, and a third of the Big Ray's Smokehouse. It's kind of, we had a little bit left and we figured we'd marry them all and see what they taste like. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in close and I'll show you how we butcher these chicken legs up to not only make them look better, but make them easier to eat too. So we'll bring in, we'll show you how we do that. Alright, so here we have our chicken leg. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of, on the bottom there, you'll see that bone's already cut. If you kind of get underneath that knuckle and cut a flat spot right through that bone, now that chicken leg will stand up pretty straight. You might need to adjust that cut. Okay, so now we see we didn't lose much meat there. There's only like a little bit in that back corner. Okay, what that's going to do for us is make these stand up nice and pretty. So second, about 1.5 inches down or so, we will cut right around that leg. Okay, and what we can do is it'll start to expose all those tendons. What you can do is take your knife and cut up almost through those, and you really want to try to pull those tendons out as much as possible. Okay, so we'll go to the back side now, cut that around, and you can use your fingers and kind of push the meat down and you'll get it pretty much right away. So now you can see I've got that bone exposed all the way. So using the back of your knife, you can push that meat down. And you want to be careful because there's one little bone on the side here, okay? I'll call that like the redneck toothpick. So what you can do now that you've got that exposed is grab a paper towel, and where you see that leg joint is, bend it up and then grab your paper towel, and you can just get your thumb underneath and it pulls away quite easily. Okay, and if there's a little bit of meat and tendon in the back, you can just pull that down and trim that away. You can also use shears for this too if you feel more comfortable with the kitchen shears. And if there's any dangling tendon that pop up, go ahead and remove those. Now on for that, if you want, you can stop here and this is completely fine. But if you want to take it another level and make it easier to eat, you can kind of push that meat down, okay? And you'll find that bone be on the side here, okay? And that's we call that redneck toothpick. Kind of take your thumb and push down in there, and you'll hear it snap. And on the back side, it's linked in. If you look at that bone, it's this joint, it's this knuckle right here. So you can actually take your knife and kind of pry that back, and now that that joint is completely removed, I can get in there with my fingers, and it takes a little bit of work to do. Just make sure you don't stab yourself in the thumb doing it. You can actually pull that bone right out the back. Kind of have to twist it a little bit from both sides. This one's being a little stubborn. I can cut it off here. And sometimes if it breaks, you can always come through the top part. Oop, slipped out. This one's in 2 pieces here. It was broken previously. Kind of twist that chicken around holding that bone, and we'll go ahead and pull those out. Alright, there we have it. So we'll go ahead and get these seasoned up. Alright, you see we've got our 12 chicken legs done. I'm going to use a little Korean bulgogi sauce as a binder. Okay, so we're just going to dip that in there, kind of give it a shake, and then we'll let these sit for about a half an hour or so before we put them on the smoke. Some people wrap the bones. I'm not going to wrap the bones. If you want your bone to be a little more bleach white, you can do that, but I don't think you need to do that. When we get these seasoned up, then we'll see you at the Rec Tech. Alright, we got our Rec Tech set at 275. We'll just stand these up. See how nice they look. We'll let these go for 2 hours at 275 before we turn up the heat. The lollipops are looking fantastic. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Got some great color. I'm gonna go ahead and baste these, and then I'm gonna turn the heat up to 325. Let them get good and crispy. Like that, a little bit easier. And these were good sized legs. If they're a little smaller, probably an hour and a half would be just fine, but these were pretty good size. Get our heat cranked up, 375. We'll let them go for about 15-20. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull our lollipops off. We'll let these go for about 20 minutes at 375. And you look, they're all perfectly golden brown, very well glazed. So next time you got the hankering for wings and they're a little too expensive, consider the chicken leg lollipop. It's a little bit of work, but I think your family will appreciate the effort. You can save a little money at the same time. So I'm going to bring these inside, and we're going to have us a snack.